Okay, this is macrogeography for level 1, and we suggest that you purchase a couple of floor puzzles, okay? This is the Melissa and Doug 33-piece floor puzzle of the world, and it has gone through years in this school, and it is still in good shape. And it recently went through my two grandchildren, great grandchildren, that were age 2 and 3, and you can see it's really in good shape. It's not really worn or have anything wrong with it. It's good. One thing that this puzzle does, it helps them to gradually coordinate and put shapes where they're supposed to be and put shapes together and see the outlines and so forth. The other thing it does is it does help them to understand where the continents are and where the oceans are, which is our objective for macro geography for the first quarter of the year. Now, macro geography, okay, they're simply supposed to learn how to put the puzzle together and put it together well. You use the straight edge pieces for the frame, and then you fill in the middle of the puzzle with the other pieces. And you try and to match the lines up where they go, the shapes where they go. It's a really, really good way to introduce children to geography, and it's hands-on. Now, the other thing is, okay, they're going to learn where the oceans are, they're going to learn where the continents are and the names. And as they begin to read and write and spell, it is suggested that you help them learn the names and be able to spell them and to read them. Okay? You can also see here that certain animals are shown on the different continents, and so you can talk about those animals wherever they are. So it's a really, really good source. Now, that is the first quarter of macro geography. The second quarter, we really suggest, because you're going to be learning about the history of the Earth, that you look up a map of Pangaea and that you use these as pieces in here of the continents as an outline for you, and that you use some salt dough, okay, and you make copies of North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica out of salt dough. Have your child help you with that. Then you paint them. You can paint them the same colors as these, and that will really help them. And then you put them on a background of a cardboard, which you paint blue for the oceans and the seas, right? And you put those continents together according to the map of Pangaea as best you can. It is a wonderful, wonderful project, art and so forth, and you're going to think, oh, Mrs. K, that's going to be a mess. Well, try and make it not a mess. Use newspapers, use oilcloth, whatever you need to do. And explain to the child that this is going to take some time. So maybe this week you're going to do North America. Next week you'll do Europe. Then you're going to do Africa. Then you're going to do Asia. It a week by week situation. And probably first you're going to want to have the cardboard with the blue oceans. I would suggest, if you can find a box or make a box, so to speak, kind of like a tray that has a lip on it, you know, and so that the continents can fit in there. But make it so that it is big. It's going to be as big as this ends up being, which, yeah, it's 3 feet by 3 feet. And when you put the continents together, like it was in Pangaea, when you find that map of Pangaea, and there's maps of Pangaea all over the place on the internet, Pangaea was the original landmass on the earth. And we're told by the Lord that when he returns, the waters will go back to the north and the lands will come together and be as they were in the beginning. So your child might as well get used to that, and that's the way it was in the beginning, and that's the way it's going to be when the Lord returns. That's the second quarter of macro geography. Now the third quarter goes a little bit more into United States. So you don't have to buy these things all at once. You know, that is not necessary. It's going to take a little bit longer for your child to be able to do this puzzle. The pieces are smaller, even though it's still 2 feet by 3 feet, and to learn the placement. So this is more of a semester course, okay? And this particular puzzle has something to do with the state. Like Washington State has apples, for example. Utah has a skier. Colorado has mountains. Kansas has wheat. Illinois has corn. Michigan has cars. There's something for each state that you can say it is known for. So I would strongly suggest, as you do this macro geography with your child, that you learn not only the placement of the states and the shape of the states, but also the names of the states, obviously. The state capital is on here, and what they're known for. And that's macro geography for the second semester. Okay? Now, if you want to, you can go to level 2 and find out what microgeography is for the second level. Thank you.